to clearing your psyche. That's the doorway to purging any conflict that you have. And I understand that there's a lot of conflicts that are pretty heavy conflicts. I understand that there's a lot of messed up stuff that happens to a lot of people in their childhood. Not only in their childhood, but in the adult life. Like, you know, if somebody is raped or something, that's a pretty traumatic experience. But this concept is what allows you to interact with that and allows you to get into your subconscious mind and allows you to relieve the situation, come to terms with what has happened, and even learn from it. You know, like, especially the stuff that's been hidden by your subconscious mind. You guys would be surprised at what happens when you practice this technique. Okay, so how do we resolve these problems? When you go into your cave, or when you get into the state where you're receiving information from your subconscious mind, you have to communicate to your subconscious mind that you want to get over this. You want to fix this problem that you've had. And it's not going to be easy because it requires forgiveness. It requires that you let things go. Whatever is bottled up inside, you've got to be okay with it. You've got to understand that that's okay, that it's okay to have that happen to you. I mean, it's not okay that it happened to you or whatever, but that you have to let it go. You have to just open up and let it go. Because these are the things that make addiction so powerful. I believe that if everybody learned how to do this and how to release these problems and these things in their in their subconscious, that addiction would have such a light hold on our society, and it would probably be even conceptual or a possibility to legalize drugs because nobody would abuse them. There wouldn't be a problem. Okay, so that got a little deep, but that's how it works. That's how you interface with your subconscious mind. Don't go boldly, like dozing into this. You're not going to want to. When you're interacting with your subconscious mind to remedy conflicts that you have within yourself, you want to take your time and make sure that you're ready for it. If you're not ready for it, one of two things are going to happen. You're going to stress yourself out even more, and it's probably going to become more of an issue than it was before. You want to be ready to let that go. If the conflict involved another person, you've got to be ready to forgive that person. If the conflict involved something that you did yourself to somebody else, you've got to, get ready to apologize to that person, find that person, tell them that you're sorry that you did what you did, and to forgive yourself. And these aren't easy things to do. Like, these are very heavy, difficult things to do. This isn't stuff that you can just say, oh, I forgive myself to do this. And you all know it. We all know that. You can't just forgive somebody, especially if the action was a very rash and inappropriate action. Okay. So that's how you get to your subconscious mind. Now, what I talked about earlier is when you get to a level of pure consciousness, where you were just conscious and you don't have thoughts crossing your mind, this is a level where bizarre experiences start to happen, okay? One of them is visions, and oftentimes a vision happens when you have dumbed your thoughts down so much that your ocean of consciousness is without a ripple. It is completely flat, and you can peer down right into your subconscious mind. This doesn't work the way you would think it would work. This works by your subconscious mind opening up and just showing you something. And your subconscious mind decides you are ready to see what it's going to show you. So this is how visions happen. This is how some of the more bizarre experiences happen. Hallucinations can happen when you get into a deep enough meditative state. And often, not often, but sometimes, occasionally, be prepared for this, occasionally the hallucinations will follow you through the day, even after you're done meditating. And it's not because something's wrong with you or something's broken. In Buddhist meditation, they call this makyo. And makyo is, to them, they believe this is the devil trying to distract you from achieving enlightenment. But, and who am I to say that it's not? I don't know what really is going on. But to me, I've had some experiences like this where I would finish meditating and I would have hallucinations happen. I actually got in trouble with my instructors. They told me I was not being calm enough, and that's why it was happening. So there's just a lot of bizarre experiences that can happen when you get into this state. So you just need to be ready for some of these things to happen. It's not like you're going to see like monsters or demons for hours on end. The hallucinations I saw was probably 20 or 30 copies of my cat running around my apartment, and I mean, it was weird and it was bizarre and it kind of freaked me out. And it probably happened because I wasn't calm enough, because I got too excited about the whole meditation concept. So you just have to be careful with how meditation is powerful. Let me just put it that way. It's a very, very powerful concept and technique that you can use to interact with yourself and your subconscious mind. Okay, so aside from the visual constructs, there's also meditation where you can relax to the point where you receive a vision, or you receive what a lot of people call out-of-body experiences or that kind of stuff, just higher levels of perception that you won't normally be able to achieve with the constant noise of thoughts running through your head. Okay. And like I said, don't expect anything really mind-blowing right off the bat. Okay, it's going to take time. It's going to take at least 3 months of at least an hour's worth of meditation per day, but it's so worth it. Once you are able to communicate with your subconscious mind and deal with the problems that you have kept pent up inside of you for, your entire life, it is so worth it. And I'm talking about years and years and years and years of psychotherapy packed into a 6-7 month time span, okay? Like, powerful, you guys, because you're not going to somebody else to tell you what your problems are. You're interfacing directly with your subconscious mind to find out what your problems are and to resolve them. And the last thing I was going to say is, don't expect the answers to come during meditation. Once you have a sufficient amount of meditation time in, and you've been meditating for a while, like 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, something like that, and you begin to interact with yourself, you will notice that aha experiences happen during the day when you're not in meditation. This is because you have primed your mind to be open to these kinds of experiences. So you may just be running around in a normal day, and you will have a realization, or you will have a thought happen in your mind, or you will have something happen and you will go, aha, that's how this happens, or that's why I've been like this, or that's why, I've been interacting with this person like this, and you can remedy it. So it's not just in the meditative state, once you get a good amount of meditation under your belt, where you will be able to resolve conflicts and deal with certain things in your life. It will begin to happen on a daily basis because you have trained your mind to be so open to and calm and so blissful that these things just start to come in and out of your mind. So that's pretty much the talk. Let me see. Okay, maybe I should clarify one more thing. The interaction with your subconscious mind, I said your subconscious mind communicates in symbols, okay? As it shows you symbols, you need to show it symbols back. So you ask questions in symbols, you make statements in symbols, and it will respond. And probably one of the best ways of doing this is also through visualization. So if you want to be a more confident person, or if